rubber aquariums, or no, not aquariums, but people that have used rubber tires to start big barrier reefs. You know, rubber tires, yeah.
Yeah, well, what about it?
And they were growing on them, so now there's a whole bunch of old tires around.
Oh, really?
Now they have to spend money to clean it all up because, you know, they're not growing. Corals or whatever growth isn't growing.
Isn't that funny? Terrible.
Come on, let's go on.
Water is life in French.
The blue guys are pretty. I like these guys. I think these
There's a really, look right there. Oh, look at
Oh, what a face. What is that? Okay. Give people a chance to get up. Them seahorses, them lazy. Look like a horse three of them.
There's one in the back too.
Alright, watch at the back of the mandarin fish. See that one? They're really cool.
You see the mandarin fish that are crawling along the rock? This one right here. See, he's crawling on the rock.
Clownfish, of course. Reference Nemo.
That's pretty good. Reference. Accessing.
They are. That was in Nemo too, though. That's Bubbles.
Which one?
Parrotfish.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
ZB will live forever.
Sorry.
What's
It will go to the surface, and there will be a small amount of water near the blowhole, and there will be a spray as they exhale all the air. Now, their mouth actually goes directly to their stomach, so they can't breathe through their mouth. They have to breathe through the blowhole. And as long as we're talking about the tops of their heads, you may have noticed that Nico has that little circle on his head. That is a skin abrasion. It was not entirely unlike a pimple. It came to a head, we lanced it, we scraped off the dead skin, and so what you're looking at there is basically a scab. And we put an antibiotic ointment on that, and it is healing up quite nicely, so he should be back to his old, handsome self just in a few more days. Now, let's go over a few things we learned about beluga whales. They breathe air. They give live birth. They nurse their young. They're warm-blooded. And when they're born, they can have a small amount of hair, but that usually falls out pretty quickly, which is something I can sympathize with. So, is the beluga whale a fish or a mammal? Very good. Now, for those of you who know what caviar is, do we get beluga caviar from a beluga whale? No, we don't. Because caviar is fish eggs, so we get it from a beluga sturgeon, which lives in the Caspian Sea. Now, the reason why they both have the word beluga in their name is because the word beluga is derived from the Russian word for white. Now, these are not albinos. I've been asked that a few times. This is their natural coloration. They're very white. When they're born, they can be a gray or a brown, but as they grow up, they all turn white, and it helps them blend in with the ice and the snow. Alright, let's see. One more question left on the beluga whale trivia challenge. This one's pretty hard, so I want you to put on your thinking caps. I want you to think about what a dolphin looks like, and then I want you to look at these beluga whales and tell me something that the beluga whale can do that the dolphin cannot do. Bend his neck. I heard it from somewhere. Bend his neck is correct. Now, they're the only whale that can do it. All the other whales have their neck vertebrae fused. But the beluga whale can bend the neck up and down and side to side just like we can. And it's very important for them to be able to do that because it helps them with their feeding. Now, we talked a little earlier about how they've got excellent eyesight and echolocation. So finding fish is a piece of cake for a beluga whale, and oh boy, do they like to eat fish. We feed them about 40 to 60 pounds of fish each every day. But unfortunately, the beluga whale swims very slowly. They only swim about 2 or 3 miles an hour, and if they get to a really good sprint, they can get up to about 6. So even though they can find fish very easily, by the time they get there, the fish are usually gone. So they'll eat other things. They'll eat like octopus and crabs and sea urchins and worms, about 100 different kinds of animals that graze off the bottom. And this is where your flexible net comes in. If you're eating things like octopus and crabs, those things don't want to be eaten. They want to scurry around the corner, get into the cracks and crevices and get away. But if you have your flexible neck and your flexible lips like the beluga whale has, then you can get your head into those spaces and you can suck it right off the bottom. Now, the beluga whale is on a seafood diet. That means if they see food, they eat it. They're what we call opportunistic feeders. When you're living in the Arctic, you never really know where your next meal is coming from. And so, when you find something that looks tasty, you want to know to eat it right then, whether you're hungry or not. Speaking of eating, it looks like we're getting a little bit of an afternoon snack. Now, since they're opportunistic feeders, that's one of the reasons why we don't have any fish in there with them. Because if we did have any fish in there with them, we wouldn't have fish in there with them for very long. So it looks like we're getting a little bit of an afternoon snack here. And the beluga whale is station fed. They train them to go to specific areas around the edge of the pool. And our trainers will be up there and they will feed them by hand.
Oh yeah.
It's more centered.
A little dark.
Very unique.
That's cool.
That's a dinosaur.
It's a sea dragon. Is there a shark, Monica? When can I see a shark? Where's the shark?
Purple line. Yeah, I like the weedy ones too. You like the leafy ones or weedy ones? Yeah, they get eaten quick.
Mom can kiss the horse go fast.
This is where they get their stuff for science fiction.
Yeah, you want to see that. Look at that. That not a crazy looking thing.
Wait, we get two
Look like no. That's the tail. Long pointed nose. And that looked like some out of Star Wars for real.
Yes.
That looked like something out of Star Wars. I know, look at them. I don't know, are they just different ones or are they something else?
No, that's the
leafy sea dragon. The leafy sea dragon and the weedy sea dragon.
Okay.
Side. Is this the same tank?
Yes.
Pero qué caballito más raro, caballito de mar.
Man, come on, work. Yo, I got some. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's not worth it. Oh, let me stand right here,
Guys, try to kind of keep
The toy.
Balls?
No, but it's an enrichment device.
Those are enrichment toys?
enrichment.
Oh! Fat. I know. Oh, that was good. You should sit right there. Yeah.
Yeah, there were well, at least 2 or 3 different kinds.
There's 2 different kinds. One of them was an emperor or a king. Was the bigger one.
We gotta stay here so Mommy can find this. Oh, these are the fingers huddled together. How cute. Doesn't need ice. Oh, look, he's got his little wing around the other one. That's so cute. He's got his little wing around it. Oh.
Ven, ven. Cristian.
Almost got it.
Another of them. So how'd they get
I only see 3.
They were in the holding tank. He said it was open. If they wanted to come out, they could.
all look really good.
Oh, and I wonder which 2 are the mother and daughter.
2 that were out before.
Were the mother and daughter?
They were down there.
That's really cool.
That's one of them. He had the circle thing on his head.
Her head. Her head.
That must be the mother.
It's a scab. That circle thing is a scab.
No.
We got Tyler trapped.
It took this away from him. He says, I'm not going to drop it. I'm like, yeah, then why did that thought come to mind? He's hanging it over the edge.
She's like going, yes, take my picture. Yes, I'm beautiful. Yes, I am gorgeous. That's very cool. What do you think, Ben? Good. What are they, do you know?
He's not eating, he's a waiter. He's your friend. You like swimming upside down?
You know why they touch the rock? They don't take it back.
He copied me.
But nope. You missed it when he scratched his back.
He copied me.
Nice back scratcher.
We went to
You can see the real right here. Yeah, I think that's your friend up there. Going on top. That one?
Actually, come here. Let's check it
That's good enough.
Should have got it coming out. That would have been great.
My friend's confident.
Just as a video. Got it from the back end.
He's coming around here too.
Is that him with the horns? Is that him with the horns?
Yeah.
Some big, huge over there.
Yeah, they grow to be
Really? Oh, you working? What is it? What is it? It's a whale shark? There's two. They get close.
Yeah, there's long points at the back, but they were just telling us they only do it if they think their lives are in danger. They're not really very dangerous as long as you don't scare them.
Really?
Well, then they might stick you.
Take forever to come around.
As long as they don't stick you right in the heart.
Do you want to play?
It's all the way around you.
Where do you go that one? Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh. Sherry, maybe you'll go that or we'll go around.
Yeah. What kind of rays are those?
Which one's that? Is that a baby whale shark? Reef shark? Leopard shark.
Sherry, you can get it back better down there.
Pretty decent. That's what I used to get.
There's no flash on it. African cichlids.
Wow, go again.
Oh yeah, you are. You can still breathe, even though you're underwater.
Just suddenly.
Get up, man.
Alright, you better get going.
Get up, man.
Let's move on.
Get up.
He's the one who died on you, right?
Oh, I had something like that. Not exactly.
Yeah, he was the one that was in the